guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing with the illustrious Hocus Pocus palette with Colourpop. Now this is an iconic palette because Hocus Pocus is definitely one of those most iconic movies that I can remember from my childhood. And when I saw that Colourpop was doing this collaboration, I was so excited. Some of the other products that they launched with this collection are also really fun, like the glitters, the lip kits that they brought out as well. They brought out some little lashes that weren't my favorite, but I think overall the collection is really cute, really iconic. The main attraction of this collection was, of course, the palette. We put it out in the store and it sold out pretty much instantly. And she was able to buy the last one and she so let me graciously borrow it, so thank you, Anna. Shout out to you. So if you want to see what kind of look I come up with in this palette, then keep on watching. We have the iconic little palette here. So of course it says Hocus Pocus Disney. Then it says Gather Round Sisters, which is so cute. And of course the iconic cauldron. The back has the shade names, but enough of that. Let's get into it. So this is the palette here. So of course it has cute little artist rendition. I don't know if they credited the artist for this, but it's such a cute picture. Of course it's the Sanderson sisters. Then we have all the shades here. So we have all the names in the front. And this is definitely a very fall palette. It's very, you have your, of course, berry tones. You have the nice glitters. The more greeny tones are what's a little bit exciting, but I think I'm going to stick with these here because those are so pretty. But overall, of course, it's Colourpop's formula. So I'm going to scoot you further and let's start on the eyes. Okay, so now we're nice and close so you can see all of the skin issues that I am currently having, and that's just lovely. But we're going to, of course, focus on the palette here. I am going to prime my eyes today with the Urban Decay Anti-Aging Primer Potion. Because I don't know, I'm feeling in a very clear kind of eyeshadow primer mood. You guys usually know that I use like a concealer or, you know, some leftover foundation, but I don't know, I'm really feeling the Urban Decay Primer Potion again. So when I look at this palette, I of course see this shade here, which is Full Moon, which is like an ivory shade. But it does have some glitter in it. I don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera. Oh yeah, so it has a little bit of like glitter in it. And usually I would put that down as a base, but I don't want a base that has glitter in it. So I think I'm just gonna start with building my crease. I'm gonna take the JS5 blending brush and I'm going to tap into the shade Hello Salem. Right there. Oh yes, so look at that. That's very, I mean that's coated. This is just a very like neutral eyeshadow. It's not gonna really like show up on my skin tone, but it's gonna just create that base when we start packing on all the colors. There is a little bit of fallout in the pan. Of course you guys know that I don't care about fallout, but there is a little bit here in the pan, and that's because I tapped in very softly. Of course, Colourpop's formula is very pigmented, very softly pressed, so, I mean, just blow it off and call it a day. I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to go in with On Toast right here. I'm going to use that to further deepen up my crease. So now we have used two colors and it looks like I've barely done anything to my lid, which is pretty normal with just these, you know, neutral brown shades. Now we can go in and add some color. I'm gonna grab this shade Dead Man's Toe. These are super softly pressed, so like you just get the pigment right off. But there is, again, just a little bit of kickback in the pan. Again, not an issue for me. So we're gonna take that shade Dead Man's Toe, and I'm going to start building the rest of my crease with this. Oh, and I'm taking that on a JH35 brush. So I don't know if this is reading on camera, but right here, like, it's getting a little patchy. And I don't know if that's from the primer, but I've used the Urban Decay primer with a lot of my shadows and I've never had an issue with it before. Yeah, because I can really, like, especially if I, like, turn, I can, like, really see it, like, almost, like, bouncing off the light. Really pretty shade, though. Blending out perfectly. Yeah, so that's really pretty so far. Love the tone of this shade. It's like a maroon. Oh, it kind of matches my shirt, actually. Love that. I'm going to take the JS12 brush, which is like a nice little like pencil brush almost. And I'm going to dip into the shade Night of Frolic. And I'm just going to, oh my god, yeah. So I swirled that in there and look at how much like kickback is in it. I know I keep talking about a lot about fallout. Like, I'm going to say this for like the millionth time. Again, I don't care about fallout in a palette. I just care if it blends. But I know a lot of people do, so take that how you want it. So I'm going to take that shade Night of Frolic on this brush, and I'm really going to like focus it like, so if I look at you like this, you can see like the fold in my crease. So I'm going to focus the color mainly in that to really like help deepening everything up. And this brush is so soft and perfect for this. Going back in with the JH35 brush where we had Dead Man's Toe with no product, I'm just going to make sure and blend the two colors. When I look head on, you see a lot of the like darkness in the crease, and then you kind of see it blow up into that shade, and that's exactly what I like wanted. I kind of want to blow this out a little bit more. I'm going to take the shade, I call it a Bus, right here. It has a little bit of like sparkle in it, but it looks like a satin shadow. Yeah, so it's basically like it's like a black shadow with some glitter in it. So this one really has like a lot of kickback in the pan. Take a look at that. Yeah, that one really had a lot of kickback in the pan. So again, just to let you know. I'm going to take that shade and I'm just going to press it on the outer edge and then kind of sweep it out. Oh yeah, see, I love the way that looks. And of course, once we put like concealer on, I'll really like clean it up and then add a little bit more to it. But I love the way that kind of just looks. It's funny because like close up, I don't see a lot of the glitter remnants. And I don't know if you're supposed to like, okay, so when I pack it on, you can kind of see it. But for the most part, it's kind of just like a charcoal black shadow. I'm going to go back with the JH35 brush, grab a little bit of Dead Man's Toe to make sure we don't lose that color. Now that I have the kind of shape that I want, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I'm going to take my Stay Naked concealer in 50WY with this Wet n Wild concealer brush. I'm just going to grab a little bit. Now I have cut my crease, kind of just like half cut crease, I guess. I think I'm going to use his Firm on the like middle in, and then I'll use Thackeray Binks towards the end. Yeah, let's try that. I'm going to grab that on a little flat brush. This is just like a flat brush that I got from Five Below. I'm going to take its Firm. Okay, so now the brush is fully coated. I'm actually going to take a little bit of setting spray. So I just have this one here. This is the Urban Decay D-Slick in the mini size. So I'm just going to spray that. And then I'm going to place it. So I'll go about right there with it. I'm just gonna take my brush and just kind of do a little bit of this to take off the excess product. So now we have most of it off. And now I'm gonna dip into Thackeray Binks. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, but these shadows are a little bit more, like they're super soft pressed, like they're definitely a little bit more like crumbly. So when you pick it up, they're like kind of like this. I do recommend, you know, getting your setting spray and like spraying it before you apply it. I have that color there. Then I'm going to kind of press it. So I'm just doing like pressing motions. From like far away, I don't think you can really see the difference between the colors, but then you get up close and you can really see like his firm on the inside about to right there, and then I have Zachary Binks from the outside in. I'm gonna go back with the JS12 brush, dip back into Night of Frolic very lightly. I'm gonna tilt my head up a little bit, and then I'm going to blend that color and make sure that the edges aren't like super harsh. I'm also going to take the JH31 brush, dip into, I call it a bus, and kind of scratch that into the outer edge so we don't lose that color. So as you can see, I'm kind of like flicking it up so I can keep the shimmer over in here and don't bring it out to the outer edge where I don't want it. I'm going to dip into the color Wench because it's nice and light, so I think that'll go good into the inner corner. This one isn't crumbly at all, so that's kind of funny. It's a little bit more like greeny silver than I wanted, but guess it'll work. I'm actually gonna take a JH40 brush and I'm gonna go back into that color Full Moon, and I'm just going to like coat my brush and just sweep it on like my brow bone up here to kind of help with the blending a little bit. Then I can go back with Wench and just put it on my brow bone. So I'm going to throw on a little bit of liquid liner. I'm going to take my KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Liner, and I'm just going to line the top. Now, want to know something funny about me? Is I actually tightline my top waterline with like a liquid liner. I don't like doing it with like a traditional like pencil liner or like a kohl liner or anything, because I feel like it transfers to my bottom waterline and I hate that, especially like if I'm doing like a white waterline on the bottom. I don't want the black to transfer on, so I tightline with liquid liner. Because I feel like liquid liner is a lot more like budge proof and more like waterproof than like the pencil liner is. Since I already did liner on camera, I'm just going to go ahead and curl my lashes and put some mascara on. This is usually a step that I skip over, but I don't know, today I'm kind of in a mood. So today y'all get to see me put on my mascara. So I'm first, of course, going to curl my lashes, because they have no curl whatsoever. Today I'm going to use my Nars Climax mascara. So I love this mascara, and they actually just released this one. This is the Climax Extreme Mascara. I kind of want to do a video comparing them side by side, but I don't know if that's like interesting. So like, let me know if y'all want to watch that. Put it down in the comments if y'all want to see that. I love this mascara because it really like separates the lashes, but it gives like really good like volume too. See, like that is just like so pretty just for mascara. And my lashes are like, as you guys know, my lashes are pretty stumpy. So if this mascara can help it in any way, I appreciate it. Of course, I'm gonna pop on a lash. Now, what lash do I want? Do I want to do like a big lash? I have these lashes. These are the Ioni XL Wispy Dramatic lashes. They're bigger lashes, but they're definitely more like on the like wispy side. I kind of like that. So I think I'm gonna actually pop this one on. I'm gonna take, of course, my velour lash glue. This is my favorite lash glue of all time. And I'm just gonna coat the lash. While my glue gets tacky, I am going to ask if you want, please subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and share the video, like if you'd like to, and if you really feel adventurous, ring the bell. And thank you for your continued support. But seriously, subscribe. So I'm gonna pop these on. You can like see enough of the shimmer, but it just makes the whole look a lot more dramatic. These Ioni lashes, y'all, these are the ones that you can get at Dollar Tree that went super viral on TikTok, and now I can't find any, which is amazing. But, you know, whatever. Okay, now that this eye is done, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now both eyes are on. I did put on a little bit of foundation and concealer. I am looking a little bit ghostly on camera, but we'll fix that in a bit. I really just wanted to get done with the eyes and then finish the rest of the complexion. But I am now going to work on the lower lash line. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to take a JH40 brush, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and mix Dead Man's Toe and Night of... Now that I have the lower lash line how I want it, I'm going to take, I call it a bust. On that same JH31 brush, I'm just going to make sure the edges are nice and blended. Then I'm just gonna take a clean JH30 brush and kind of run that over to make sure everything's nice and blended. So for this look, since we have a lot of like the maroony purple going on, I am gonna take, this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last Longwear Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Burgandy. So I think I'm gonna throw this into my waterline. A little bit more on the subtle side, but I think it kind of just ties everything in all together. If you wanted to, you can always just use like a black eyeliner, and I think you would be fine. I kind of like the way how like monochromatic it looks. I think it looks really cute. Now I'm just gonna pop on some bottom lash mascara. I'm gonna go in with the Benefit BadGal Bang Mascara. I've been loving this mascara for the lower lash line because I feel like it really... See, I feel like it just like coats the lower lashes. Okay, so bottom lash mascara is done. I love the way the eye look really came together. It looks so cute. Now I'm just gonna finish the rest of my complexion. For bronzer, of course, I'm just gonna take my good old, my Bronze Squad palette, and I'm just gonna take the Hoola and Hoola Caramel and just bronze up the face with my JH02 brush. For blush, I have this Buxom blush. This is in the shade Wanderlust. It's a little bit darker in pigment, so I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to take on this AOA Studio F14. I don't know, this is just like a regular like blush brush. I'm going to take that, nice and coated. And then I'm going to take my JH09 brush and my Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter and just highlight the face. I'm gonna do kind of a light highlight. I know, I never thought I would say that, but I'm kind of digging like the dark makeup that I don't want to like do too much shine. So I'm kind of just like pressing in. I'm not really like grabbing too much product. I'm really kind of just like blending it out. Now, when it comes to the lips, I don't know what to do. I have this like, I don't know if I should go like dark or if I should keep the lips a little light. This is the Sleek Makeup Major Matte Lip Cream. This is in the shade Velvet Slipper. So this is like a, I mean, it would match the whole theme. It's very like burgundy, really pretty color. Like, I don't know if I should go like vampy or if I should go like nude. I mean, I feel like I do a nude all the time though. I'm gonna do the dark lips, see how it looks. I'm going to take that Infallable eyeliner and kind of just line the lips a little bit, nothing too extreme. When using a dark lipstick, I need like a lip liner. I'm definitely going to have to sanitize that before I put that in my eye again, but... So, I'm going to go in with that lip cream. Oh, that is such a pretty color. Ooh, I kind of love that. Oh my god, why am I like living? I mean, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It's like the eyes are a lot, the lip is a lot, it matches the shirt, but I feel like it kind of works. I don't know. I'm kind of into it. And it's drying down. Yeah, it completely like dried down already. Is it bad that I want to throw a gloss on top of it? I always want to throw a gloss on top of everything, but I almost want to keep it matte. Ooh, I wish I could do like a poll. Ooh, I'm like so into it. I think I'm gonna keep it matte. I think we're just gonna stop there. Last thing to do is just set the face, so I'm just gonna take the Urban Decay D-Slick that I have here. Alrighty, and the look is complete. I'm really loving the eye look. Now, of course, all the shades were super blendable, super pretty. I did get a little bit of patchiness from, I think it was Dead Man's Toe on this eye. But funny enough is that it didn't happen on this eye, so I don't know what was going on there. Now, as you can see, on the actual, like, palette, the Tis Firm and Thackeray Binks metallic shades are a little bit crumbly, and you can kind of see it, like, on the pan. Again, that's not, like, a huge deal breaker to me at all. I feel like, you know, they're eyeshadows, so they're gonna have a little bit of fallout, especially if they're pressed like Colourpop shadows are pressed. You're gonna get like the most payoff from a formula like this. I also thought I call it a bust shade was also very crumbly, but it's weird because it's not really a metallic shade. It is kind of like a satin matte black with some glitter in it. But honestly, after you kind of like blend it a little bit, you can't really see the glitter. Now, there are a couple shades in here that I'm even like this. Most of the time, like Colourpop's metallic shadows are a little bit more intense. Even like for the inner corner, I feel like the shade Wench was a little, I don't know, a little lackluster. I feel like Wench is definitely pressed a lot harder than Tis Firm and Thackeray Binks. Now, I do see Brew Potion, and just from like looking at it, it does just look a little bit more of like a pressed glitter situation. But Yabo's over here, the metallic like green, also looks a little crumbly. But overall, I'm happy with the way the eye look turned out. I do want to just take like a clean hand, and I want to dip into this Coven shade right here. So full pigment, and it has like a, no, it's like a green gold kind of like reflex in like a, it's like a muted like purple color. So I'm gonna swatch it right here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty. So like, I guess you might have to like do something for like the glitter to come out. I am gonna swatch Brew Potion. Yeah, this feels like they're like pressed glitter formula. Really pretty. This on top of the lid would be really pretty. Let's do one more. I want to do this Goodbye Cruel World shade. I think it's like a unique, I don't know what you would even call that. It's like brown metallic with like some pewter reflex. I don't know. It's really pretty. Overall, of course, it is a really pretty palette. Of course, it's very nostalgic for anybody that grew up watching the movie. I wish I could have gotten my hands on this myself, but I was not quick enough. I don't know if this is going to come back in stock. Well, you know, Colourpop's launches are always very sporadic. You never know when they're coming back or if they're coming back. I know when this first launched, it broke like their website and they had to like relaunch it. So I don't know. The price of this, I believe, is $22. Of course, that is pretty standard with Colourpop's price range, so nothing too crazy. This is a typical Colourpop layout, so again, happy with that. Overall, I'm very happy with it. I think if you can get your hands on it, you should. And if I can get my hands on it, I'm gonna try as well. Again, one little shout out to Anna for letting me borrow this palette, and don't worry, I was gentle. Okay guys, so if you liked the video, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share the video. I would greatly appreciate that. Are you guys living for the bold lip fantasy? Please tell me in the comments down below, and tell me anything else in the comments. What video do you want to see next? Should I review more Colourpop on my channel? Do you want to see something a little bit more different? Tell me in the comments what's the next video you want to see. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye!